guys are on 3 losses. I think that's you've
Yeah.
only done that one other time in the franchise history in the few years you've been around.
Yeah.
What do you think's going on, and what needs to be changed to
Well,
rebound?
I think obviously the Houston result, I thought we were unlucky. I thought we played some great stuff. Boston, we shot ourselves in the foot late in the game. But the Saturday's game was worrisome for me. We didn't play that well. We didn't show up. Um, but we've had a good chat about it. I think it's out of the system already. Everyone's got back on with practice, and they're smiling faces again, and it's back to work really for us. And we want to stop the slide. We want to stop it in Houston. We thought we should have beaten them here. We had much the better of the play here, but we just didn't get the job done. But going to Houston, we have to go there and get points this time. This isn't going away from home looking for a point. We have to go to Houston to win. And that's what's ahead of us, and we'll work all week long to get it done. So.
Having a performance like that and kind of being on a losing streak, does it make you think about, maybe there's issues with the game plan, personnel, or do you think it's just a mentality thing?
I thought the weekend it was a mentality thing. I thought we just off. The whole team just looked off. We just didn't. I mean, if our midfield, I think we probably lent on them a little bit too much this year, and I think they all had an average day on the same day, unfortunately, on Saturday, and we just didn't pick up the slack. And I think it's tough when all 4 of them are a little bit off, and I think all 4 of them were brilliant in practice today, so hopefully they'll bounce back and they'll be ready to play. And we've still got to find a way to score goals, and we've got to find a way to stop giving up goals. We've given up an awful lot of soft goals in the last 5-6 games, to be honest with you. And we need to close that end up, and we need to be able to score goals at the other end and create chances. I mean, if we create chances, I think the goals will come. I'm glad Ao got her first goal. She's starting to settle in. She just needs time. I can just see she's a little bit uncomfortable with her surroundings. So we're trying to, we've got another week of training with her. So hopefully she'll get a little bit more comfortable, and hopefully she'll get on the street now. That would be a big help to us, no question.
I think there's a stat that you guys haven't won in your last 9, maybe 10 if you include the playoffs road games.
Yeah.
What do you think needs to change in order to maybe get more results on the road?
We had a meeting and we talked about what can we do as a club to help the players out, to get maybe a result. We talked about it, as a club, what can we do to get a result on the road, because we've been. We have had some very poor results, and we go in a day earlier than everybody else. We go in on a Thursday, everyone else goes on a Friday. We feed them really well. They get to sleep a lot. They get to rest a lot, and so we asked them all, and every single one to the T said the club does everything right for us to win the game. So from that perspective, I mean, I think the club's done the right thing, getting us there early. We're always fed great. We've got everything we need, so it's just a matter of performing, and maybe it is a mental block, and I think they want to turn that around. There's no question, and hopefully we can turn it around. And we've talked a lot the last 48 hours since the game finished about just little things like that, and there wasn't obviously some great performances at the weekend, and we've all had a look at the performance. We've watched videotape, we've watched individually with them, we've watched it at groups, we've watched it as a team. So now it's time to turn it around and get out to Houston and get a result. And again, one win doesn't change the world, but it obviously makes you feel better, and I think that's what we need. We just need to get a win now.
How important is it to get a result this weekend, especially since if you didn't, it would be 4 losses in a row?
Yeah, I think more importantly that you got to suck it up for 2 more weeks before you come home to Kansas City. So you got to live with it for 2 weeks, and it'll put us in a bad spot in the league, and chasing obviously before we get everybody back, and the gap will be even bigger than it is right now. So we don't want the gap to get bigger, and luckily there's been ties around the league, quite a few for the last couple of weeks, which has kept us around. And if you win the game in hand on a couple of teams, and the sun's out shining again, but right now we just got to turn things around and get a result, and that's all. We put our heads down this week to try and get the result as best we can.
Thank you, Paul.
Good.